G'day viewers, I'm Dodger Mohr and welcome to my channel. Well, this is our first ride out of lockdown and yeah, we still have some form of restrictions there. Let's hit the road and I'll explain to you. So today I'm going to go for a ride up to the Dandenong Ranges and try and take as many back roads as possible. So if you're interested in hitting some dirt within the metro area, here's a couple for you. Okay, let's hit the road. Okay, I'm just about to leave the basin, heading up towards the Dandenong Ranges. That's the Dandenong Ranges there. Now, with the restrictions, yes, we're out of lockdown. But the problem is, if you live in the metro area, you're only allowed to ride within the metro area. We're not allowed to go into country Victoria. So yeah, I still can't go out to the bush like I'd like to, but I can actually travel around the Dandenong Ranges because they are classified as metro. So today I'm going to go for a ride around the Dandenong Ranges and I'm going to try and get onto a few dirt roads that I know of. And this is the first one that we're getting onto, and I happen to be stuck behind a four-wheel drive or a truck that's kicking up a fair bit of dust. Sorry about that. But anyway, yeah, this road runs from the basin to Montrose. It's a dirt road. It's the old Hereford, sorry, let me get that right actually. It's the old Sheffield Road. It's a pretty easy road, dirt road. Could do it in a car. Don't need a four-wheel drive. I'm going to pull up over here and we're going to check out these cows so I can get away from this truck. Yeah, lovely. It's a nice day today. It's 19 degrees. Sun's out, not a cloud in the sky. Perfect. Some old fellas taking a nice little walk. They're probably going to head up to the Glasgow Trail and give that a go. But there's not too many dirt roads that run through the Dandenong Ranges. There's probably about half a dozen. Most of the roads through the Dandenong Ranges are tarmac, and most of them are restricted to 60 k's per hour. It looks like they're clearing up a bit of vegetation along the side before summer, which is a wise move. Yeah, summers can get very hot here in Australia, in Melbourne, and the Dandenong Ranges is quite vulnerable to bushfires. Let's get past this one and off we go. I mean, we haven't had a bushfire up this way for quite a while, but it's good to see that they're clearing a little bit of the low-lying vegetation. Now, I caught up to the truck now. Oh well, the road ends here pretty soon. So that was Old Sheffield Road. Now I'm just going to go onto Sheffield Road and get to the next dirt road. Now these roads run along the front of the mountain. The next road that I'm going to take is going to take me up towards the mountain. Okay, now we're going to try and get onto this Mackenzie's Grove. Bit of a dangerous intersection, but yeah, this is another dirt road that will head through to Old Coach Road, which will take you all the way up to I think it takes you all the way up to Five Ways. So hopefully I've got this one right. There's quite a few people that live in these hills. This is mainly a little road that's for local traffic, but I'm sure they don't mind if you take this road as long as you don't go crazy. Okay, so now we're on to Old Coach Road. Just this dangerous corner here. A bit of a tight hairpin turn and quite steep, and then it gets back onto dirt again. So this is Old Coach Road, and this takes you all the way up towards Five Ways in Kalorama. So the purpose of this video is basically to show you viewers that if you live in Melbourne, you don't actually have to go too far to hit some dirt if you need to let loose a little bit. It's nothing too difficult. All these roads that I'm going to be going on, you can actually do in a normal car. You don't need a four-wheel drive. It's a good place to come to for your novice riders, you know, just to get a feel of how your bike handles the dirt. It's a great little place, and the beauty about it, it's not far from Melbourne Metro or the Melbourne CBD. You know, 45 minutes and you could be out to here and in amongst the trees and on dirt roads. We'll just pull up along the side here. So I've been riding for about probably 3-4 minutes and I'm already halfway up the mountain. Not a bad view from here really. Okay, let's continue. It's quite a narrow road, so you've got to be mindful that if a car comes the opposite way, you might have to pull up. If you're in another car, that would be a bit difficult in spots. Like there's a bit of room here to move over, the two cars go by. Okay, so that's the end of Old Coach Road. Now we head back onto tar again. So this little tar section takes you through to Five Ways at Kalorama. So here we are at Five Ways in Kalorama, and this is a viewing point of the Sylvan Dam, and that's where we're going to be heading next, down there. Okay, Barber's Road is where we're heading now. Again, it's tar and then goes to dirt eventually. So now we're heading down towards Sylvan, and we'll stop at Sylvan Dam and have a bit of a browse. So we're nearly down the bottom, and I can imagine that the dirt section is not too far away. It's quite a steep road, but once we hit the dirt it flattens out. Okay, so here we go. The temperature is absolutely beautiful down here. Do you see those rosellas in front of me? Crimson rosellas. Yep, still climbing downwards. When I say climbing downwards, still heading downwards. A couple of tight corners coming up now. One more down here, and then it straightens up a little bit. And it's beautiful down here. So we're in amongst the forest, in the trees, beautiful fern trees everywhere, stringy bark, gum. It's a really nice little area down here. It's great for mountain bike riding, if you're into mountain biking. Unfortunately, on a motorbike you can't really go too far apart from stay on the main road. All the tracks are closed off for motorbikes. Fair bit of wildlife in here. Just noticed a dead wombat on the way in, but there's quite a few wallabies around, echidnas, etc. And bird life, there's plenty of bird life around here. A lot of parrots. So this road takes you through to Sylvan Dam, and I'll put the name of this dirt road on the video actually, because I don't think this is Barber's Road that goes all the way through. I think it's just Barber's Road leads to this road. But yeah, I'll put the name of that road down for you all to view. If you're interested in coming out this way, as I stated, you know, they're very basic dirt roads. So this has been the first opportunity really to take the Kawasaki Versys with its new Shinko tyres out onto dirt. I mean, I've done a little bit of dirt, but been mainly using the bike for commuting. Haven't been able to do any travelling around due to lockdown, but yeah, the tyres seem to be doing alright on this loose gravel. I suppose the real good test for these tyres would be to take it up towards Gembrook, hit some red clay. Hopefully once the restrictions have been fully lifted, I'll be able to head out that way, because I think beyond Gembrook it becomes regional. I might be able to go to Gembrook, but yeah, apart from going into the Bunyip State Forest. Oh, look at this, there we go, I was just talking about. So that is a echidna, an anteater. Cute little buggers, aren't they? I think every time I've come for a ride up here, I've always seen some form of wildlife. It's been fantastic. And to think this is just on the outskirts of Melbourne. Okay, so this is nearly the end of the dirt section, and we're going to hit some tarmac, and we're going to go and have a look at the Sylvan Dam. We're going to go down to the bottom part of it and have a bit of a browse. No entry, must be the next one. That's pretty poor, I can't even remember how to get in there, because this is the top one. Oh well, looks like we're going to the top one, and then I'm going to head back down again. Let's see if we can find the lower car park. This is a beautiful little picnic area. Gets quite popular on the weekends. But in front of me you can see the Sylvan Dam. Let's see if we can find this bloody car park entrance. Maybe I just didn't read the sign properly. Sometimes it becomes really hard, like when you're doing your videos or motovlogging, to take everything in. That's really confusing. This is the entrance, but that there is the exit. Okay, let's have a bit of a browse around. Okay, that's the dam wall and the spillway. A few ducks around. So this is our drinking water. Doesn't look too crash hot, does it? Okay, so that was Sylvan Dam lower car park. A few people turning up now for a picnic. Now we are going to head up towards the arboretum in Olinda. So this is the Sylvan Olinda Road, dirt all the way to the arboretum, and it comes out near the swimming pool in Olinda. Okay, we're coming to this intersection now. If I turn right here, that'll be taking me back up to Barbo Road, but we're going to be going straight, and this part goes through to the arboretum. Oh geez, that was a decent hole. And this is probably one of the best dirt roads in the Dandenong area. It's a nice hill climb, very gradual, easy to ride, easy to drive a car on. It's quite wide. Yeah, it's pretty good. One of my favourites. Come up to it, but it's not really a tight corner, it's just in a very deceptive corner, this one, because it just seems to go forever. Now if I was on my road tyres, or the original tyres that I got for the with the Kawasaki Versys X300, I would have been sliding around a fair bit. These tyres are really gripping in, that's great. So, especially on the loose gravel. Every now and then you can feel it flicking out, but that's because the gravel's nice and thick and loose. That's pretty cool. So now we're coming out of the gum forest and we're entering the arboretum, and the arboretum has just got a whole lot of different trees from all around the world. So we're entering a little bit of a pine section. There's another different type of tree, which is silver birch by the looks of it. We get some really good views from up here too. So this is more or less the end of the dirt road section. I'm just going to pull into the car park here, have a bit of a browse, take in the views. So this is the arboretum. You can see all the different types of trees. You get some really good views heading down towards the Yarra Valley. Lovely little spot. Okay, so now we are going to take the road back down to the basin. Now you can go out either straight up, or you can make a turn here which will take you towards the swimming pool. In the direction of Olinda. That was one big dog. Okay, we are now entering Olinda, and it looks reasonably quiet down here. Normally there'd be cars parked along the side here. Well, I suppose it is a Tuesday. This place gets packed on the weekends. There's a few shops open, so that's good. Another good adventure bike in front of us, Suzuki V-Strom. So now we're on the main road that runs through the Dandenong Ranges. We just need to travel down here for about probably, I don't know, 3-4 k's, and then we're going to hit another dirt section which will take us all the way down to the basin. So we're going to make a left-hand turn here, which is the Basin Olinda Road. and this is also a dirt road, and that's practically all the dirt roads that I know of that are main roads. There's a lot more other dirt roads that run through the Dandenong Ranges, but most of them are dead-end roads. In actual fact, this is all tarmac now. Not a very good quality tarmac, but yeah. But this section's now dirt. Or is it? I don't know. It feels like tar. No, it's tarmac. Oh, I hope they haven't changed this. Make a liar out of me. A couple of guys on mountain bikes in front of me, setting the pace. This is really weird. These guys are going to catch up to me if this turns to dirt easy. There's not many areas to overtake on here anyway. Now we're on dirt. So this road here is probably the second best road up through the Dandenong Ranges that's classified as a dirt road. There are a few tight corners you just got to be mindful of, that cars can come the opposite way, but otherwise it's pretty good. Opens up every now and then. There are a couple of tight sections down the bottom. But I must admit, it's been beautiful being able to get out again and go for a ride rather than commuting to work. Really enjoying it. It's a beautiful day. Oh, a few trees down. So I'm really looking forward to next week, when I would say the restrictions will be totally lifted and we are free to do as we please. And the main thing that concerns me, well, the main thing that sort of restricts me from doing anything at the moment, is just where I've been able to travel. Prior to this lockdown, we only had a 15-kilometre radius that we were allowed to travel. Now we are allowed to travel metro, and eventually they're going to lift that and we'll be able to travel around Victoria. Now whether they're coming to interstate restrictions, I'm not too sure what's happening with that, because every state is different. Maybe New South Wales might open, but who knows. So we're near the bottom. This is where all the tight little corners are. You just don't want to have a car come in the opposite way, which I have, but that's alright. He noticed me. Thank you. I don't think they would have hurt me anyway. But at least the thought's there. So a few of these hairpin turns are cut into the hillside, so it makes it really hard to see if there's any traffic coming the opposite way. Not so much that one, but the one previous to that. But we're near the bottom now. So the Kawasaki Versys, to me, is a pretty good little touring bike, I reckon. Stolen car. For sure. Yeah, the Kawasaki Versys, I reckon, is a great little touring bike. It's got the capabilities of going lightweight dirt tracks and roads, and it's quite good on the main road as well. I think the only thing that I recommend if you do own a Kawasaki Versys X300 and you intend to do a bit more dirt riding, just change those tyres. The original tyres are not the best. I'm not going to recommend a tyre. The Shinkos have been pretty cool. I've been pretty happy with them so far, even though I haven't done a great deal on them, but today they've been perfect. Okay, so we're about to hit the tarmac again in the direction of the basin. Okay, but back to where we started. So that was my little loop track that I like doing of the Dandenong Ranges if I want to go dirt. And now I'm heading in the direction of Bayswater, which is where I live. But yeah, if you're a beginner and or a novice, or even an experienced rider, if you just want to hit some dirt and you live out in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne, that's a good you know, good area to go to have a bit of a muck around on some dirt without having to travel too far. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you all later.